Hey. So here it is. Unrehearsed, unscripted, Angel Savoy, off the cuff.
Hey. It has been, I don't know, 3 months? Now, I really do have to do better than that. I totally get the whole off the cuff concept, and I do these unrehearsed, unscripted and all that, but I do kind of got to get on a little bit of a schedule. This is kind of ridiculous. I know most podcasters probably do something like every week or every 2 weeks, or I don't know, maybe even once a month. But seriously, every 3 months, I'm getting pretty shameful at this point. That doesn't make any sense. But nevertheless, I'm here, and if y'all hear that beeping in the background, because this is unscripted and unrehearsed, this is kind of how this goes. So my batteries are low in my smoke detector. So if y'all keep hearing it beeping, that's what it is, and that's just that. So nevertheless, it's been 3 months. I think the last time I came on, I was in Dallas. We were celebrating my husband's 39th birthday. That was literally 3 months, actually 4 months ago today, because his birthday was January 3rd. That's pretty sad. So I'm gonna make sure that I record something within the next 2 weeks. But I do have special guests again today. I actually have my children in here with me, and so when I asked them if they wanted to record with me, my middle daughter, everybody says she's my oldest because they don't know that I have one older than her because she does not live here, of course. She's a grown-up. So everybody always say, your oldest daughter. What's your oldest daughter name? She's actually not my oldest daughter. Chanel is my middle child. Jordan is my oldest daughter. She's 25. Chanel is my middle daughter. She'll be 18 in September. See? Now if I was not off the cuff, I'll go back and fix that. So anyway, September. She'll be 18 in September. And then my baby girl Dallas will be 11 in November. Yes, I have all girls. And then I have a grandson, Caden, who will be 10. I'm screwing all this up. He'll be 5 in November. I do not have no 10-year-old grandson. I just said my daughter finna be 11. Anyway, my grandson Caden will be 5 in November. And then my newest addition, my grandbaby Rumani Elizabeth, she was born January the 15th. So she is currently 3 months old. So yeah, I had 3 girls, and then turned around and my oldest daughter had a boy and then a girl. So that's kind of the nature of that. But anyway, I have my two youngest children on. And the first thing the 17-year-old said, what we talking about? I say, look, this is called off the cuff. I don't know. And when I get on here, I just start talking. So this is how it's going to go. So nevertheless, it's a Friday. It's been raining crazy out here in New Caney. It is absolutely ridiculous. We couldn't get in or out. So the flooding was bad. They didn't have school today. And it's nighttime and we actually hanging out. First of all, this is a shock because they're never in the same space with me or their daddy unless we play a board game. Chanel literally comes home from school and will go in her room for 17 hours, and you literally gotta text her to make her come down, make sure she breathing or anything, because sister girl will stay in that room. It never come out. Now Dallas is a little different. Dallas hangs around. She watch TV downstairs. So, but Chanel, yeah, you gotta send smoke signals and messages, courier pigeons, just to make sure she's all good. So the fact that they both sitting in the same room is shocking to me. And Dallas want to talk. Come talk, Dallas. Come on, come talk, Dallas. Come say hey, Dallas. So Dallas over here acting like she trying to be quiet, but she really want to talk. She excited. So what y'all want to talk about? Oh my goodness.
I said life.
Life? What about life? And you got to talk louder than it.
How it's amazing.
How life is amazing? What's amazing about it? Just tell them to record it.
You said what?
What's amazing about it?
You get to explore the world and see all types of different stuff.
They can't even do this without beefing. So Chanel making faces at her while she trying to talk. And what else, Pooh?
How how God created you to have a wonderful life and to know that He's with you.
Absolutely. So y'all heard that. That's my 10-year-old. Chanel, what you want to talk about? You got to come over here. They can't hear you way over there. You got to come over here. That so you think the people want to just hit play and they hear you hollering about you don't know in the background? What's been going on? What's happening? What's going on in your world? Let the people know who you are. If you had to tell somebody something about yourself, you know this generation, everything is cell phone. So when you put them in a position to speak, like have some kind of social skills, they lock up if it ain't on a cell phone or TikTok or a text message. So just bear with her. So I mean, what would you like the people to know about you? Like somebody that's listening to this and never heard your voice, what is something that you wouldn't mind sharing or speaking about? What's going on in your world, something that's important to you, something that you've learned, something that you would share with, maybe if you had another group of people listening your age, what's something that you would share? Besides how goofy you are. Oh my goodness, you can't be quiet. The people gonna be hitting pause on the podcast thinking they done messed up.
I don't know. Did I like to do hair? And I learned less than probably somebody else would. I learned in one video, which was like 5 minutes. And then ever since I've been doing my own hair.
Okay. So what she's saying is basically the benefits of YouTube. She watched the YouTube video one time and she was able to start doing hair, which she does do other people's hair. She do her own hair. She always in her head 24/7. And so she's just talking about the benefits of that. So what's the benefits of actually learning stuff on YouTube besides that you can make money? What's another benefit do you think? Because it can't always be about that. What's something else about, what's a good benefit to seeing stuff on YouTube?
You could learn how to make your own channel.
Okay.
Which I did too.
Okay.
And I got like 47 subscribers on there.
Okay, 147 subscribers. What's the name on your page?
Brown Skin Dicey.
Brown Skin Dicey.
.c.
Oh, .c. Brown Skin .c.
But my handle is Good Looks by Nelly. That was my hair thing. Like Good Looks, like
Good Looks by Nelly. Okay. They freaking out, so I'm gonna have to give them a topic, y'all. They not unscripted like their mama. They looking at me like, please ask us some questions. Please give us some. So okay, let's start with this. So y'all, do y'all have friends or from either your old school or your new school that y'all know have both parents in the house? Do y'all ever have conversations like that? Do y'all talk to people that have two parents in the house, or a lot of times is it one parent?
Oh, I don't really talk to nobody. The only person I talk to is Maya.
Okay.
And she live with her mom and all her siblings.
Is that a conversation 10-year-olds have, Dallas? No.
Sometimes.
It is?
Girl.
So you know about people that only have single parents, or they got both parents in their house?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all too.
Cause she just know at 10 years old they talk about I only live with my mom or my daddy.
Sometimes, like at recess when we board,
Who?
that's what we talk about. My friend.
Who?
Personal information.
But you on a whole podcast, so how is that personal information?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So does that ever make y'all, like, I grew up in a 2-parent household. I've always divulged that information. I grew up in a 2-parent household. However, but the dynamic was very different. Now, my parents were not, bad people. My parents were not on drugs. They weren't alcoholics. We were not beaten physically like that. Now, we got whoopings, but I mean abuse. You know what I mean? It wasn't stuff like that in the home. And so when I got a little bit older and, I used to deal with rejection a lot. I was a middle child. And if y'all know anything about being the middle kid, and it's not for everybody. Some people experience it, some people don't. But the middle kid usually is the kid that kind of feel like they don't fit. that older child kind of has the crown of being the oldest, that first kid that everybody doted on. And then that second child is like, oh, but you're not first, but then if another child comes along, it's like, but you're not the baby either. So I grew up with that mentality, like what was special about me, because I didn't have the crown of being the first child. And then I didn't have the crown of being the baby, but I was just in the middle. So I kind of felt like I didn't have a place. So we were fortunate. My parents made money. We had stuff and all of that. But I always knew that something was different. Like emotionally, I was not very attached to people. And so because of that, I realized that I kind of went through emotional abandonment in my household. So when I got older and I started going through certain things and learning how to heal and battle rejection, I realized that I dealt with that. And so people used to make me feel bad, and be like, well, basically like you had both of your parents, so you need to be happy. And so for a long time, I would mask that by just saying, well, I grew up in a two-parent household, but that really wasn't my reality. Yes, I really did grow up in a two-parent household, and they were both in the home, but they were not present, and not like they abandoned us. But my mom worked, and she was very ambitious, and she went to college at the same time. So my mom was gone sometimes 16, 17, 18 hours a day. And of course, when she was home, she slept. And then my father, because of the way he worked, he got up very early. And so by the time he got home, he was, doing his own little thing. So we didn't bother him. So it wasn't a lot of attachment there. And that was kind of the nature of it. So they weren't very present. So with that being said, I knew I was battling with something, but people would make me feel bad when I tried to tell how I felt about not being emotionally attached. And so I'm bringing that up because I definitely want to give a language to that in case my children don't understand that either. So Chanel, with you being a middle kid, because I'm a middle kid, with you being a middle kid, what's been your experience being a middle child, and then with you being the middle child of all girls? I had a sister and a brother, but you have all sisters. So what do you think the dynamic was that you can remember being a middle kid?
I mean, at some points it felt equal, like we all got the same amount of attention. Or like if somebody got hurt, it'd be like, if it was me, it'd be like, oh, just go get alcohol, this, and that. But of course, Dallas get little baby treatment. But I didn't look at it like that because, like, I'm older. It's like, it hurt, but it's like I could handle it. But, like, just in certain, what's the word? Certain situations, at some points it would be like, I mean, it could seem like I'm too big for this type of attention, but at the same time, it would feel good because it's my parents. But most of the time, it's like, I feel like I fit in, and like we all got the same amount of attention. We all did stuff together, so I didn't really feel no type of rejection feeling.
Oh, well, hallelujah to that. Because I know, Lord have mercy. My sister is 5 years older than me, and my brother was 2 years younger. So, of course, when I came into the fold, my sister had been by herself for 5 years. So, naturally, she's staring at me like I was the worst thing that ever happened. And I was just like, sis, I didn't put myself here. But she just genuinely did like me. I remember straight up, my sister told me one day, I think I was in the third grade. When I tell you almost everything that could have happened in my life happened in the third grade, I mean it. Between 8 and 9, just my little world was just crazy. But I remember straight up, I think I asked my sister something about liking me. I don't know, but my sister straight was just like, I do not like you. I was like, God dog. Like, she just did not like me around. But the crazy part is when my little brother was born, she was all for it. And so that was just a really uncomfortable feeling. So I had to get tough skin real early. So a lot of times we don't want to inflict pain on somebody, especially if it's something we go through that I went through, but sometimes we do things on accident. So that's kind of cool that my middle child did not, well, I won't say it's kind of cool. It's cool. It is good that she didn't grow up feeling rejected, because that sucks. That is not something that I would wish on anybody, to feel like they didn't fit, or that they weren't special. And the thing about my children too, they're all 7 years apart. So my oldest daughter, again, like I told you, she's 25. Chanel is about to be 18 in September, and then Dallas will be 11 in November. So they're all 7 years apart. Not on purpose, but that's the way that the Lord let it be. I had miscarriages in between all of them, actually. Every there was a miscarriage after every last one of them, or before, or in some cases both, with each of them. So it was 7 years, which is the number of completion. So God knew what he was doing in that. um so I don't know if the distance makes a difference as well. Like I said, it was 5 years between me and my sister, 2 between me and my brother. So of course I didn't get the alone time as Tasha did, my sister did, because it was a 5 year difference where it was only 2 between me and my brother, and probably not even a full 2. Cause yeah, he was born like a month and a half after I turned 2. A month and a half after I turned 2. So yeah, that's that. But I yeah. So yeah, that's that. So I'm happy to know that she didn't fit. Chanel, stop, knock it off. So here they go again, clowning. Chanel, yeah, quit clowning. Um Now see, the Lord don't like ugly. Uh, anyway, y'all. So Dallas, you are the baby of the group. Do you feel like anything was different, or there was different treatment or whatever concerning you being the baby? How did it feel to be the baby of the family?
It felt like okay because I didn't really get in trouble a lot how Chanel did, but
Oh, you needed to.
but sometimes it didn't feel fair because it was mainly about me and Chanel. So like if Chanel got in trouble and I said that she did it, then it wouldn't feel fair because I knew that she did it, but I still told her.
It wouldn't feel fair to who?
To me, because like if I knew that Chanel did it and I did it for her, but I still snitched on her, she still got in trouble, it wouldn't like be like great, and then it would make me feel like a bad sister.
Because she told?
But she didn't really care, so.
Because, baby, let me tell you something. Chanel was the most cold-blooded teller that you could ever, baby, if I could have my oldest daughter over here right now. And that's the funny part about Chanel. Chanel gets so agitated with Dallas about stuff that Dallas do. But, baby, Chanel was the MVP of annoying little sisters when she was little. Chanel was so cold with, I'll never forget this day that I don't know what Jordan did, because Jordan really wasn't a bad kid. Jordan was probably my smoothest kid so far. Jordan didn't want no smoke. And then Chanel come along, want all those, she want fire, smoke, brimstone, and everything. But Jordan wasn't like that. But anyway, I don't know what Jordan did. But Chanel called the girl in the room, y'all. This how cold it was. She was like, Jordan, come see. And so Jordan just walk up like, what's up? And Chanel say, tell mom and them what you did when they was gone, or I'm going to tell on you. I mean, just a straight face. Straight face. And Jordan was just like, really, dog? And Chanel just staring at her like right in the eyes, like so you going to tell or not? Because I'm finna start talking. And so Jordan was just kind of standing there like, I don't even know what to do. And Chanel was like, oh, okay, well, this is what she did when y'all was gone. And and ran it down. You hear me? So the crazy part about it is Chanel be so annoyed with Dallas about every little thing, but she forget she was something else. Chanel was the kid. So Jonathan is real old school. He had older parents. He grew up I swear I feel like he grew up in a different time era altogether, but he didn't. His parents are just older. They had him in their 40s. So his structure is different. And so I remember one day Jordan slammed her door or something. Baby, Jonathan went outside in the garage, because in my mind, I'm like, normally somebody will go in a room and get a belt or something. He walked off in the garage and we got a hammer, and I'm like, what you doing? And he literally took the door off the hinges, took the whole door off the hinges. It was like, see if you can slam this. And I'm just like, wow. So took the door off the hinges. And so, not even a good whatever after that, Jordan, that's like, well, what am I supposed to do when I take my bath and this and that? Jonathan said, change your clothes in the bathroom. I don't care, but you don't need no door because you don't know how not to slam stuff. So sure enough, here comes Chanel. Probably an hour later, we took her bath, and then she gonna walk by Jordan room. Their rooms was next door to each other. Tell me, I'm finna go in my room and change my clothes. I'm gonna close my door. No, ma'am, why? Why? So that's the stuff that Chanel would do. But yet again, when Dallas is doing certain things, she just act like it's so like so childish. And I have to remind her, girl, you was equally annoying and used to get on Jordan nerves all the same. And it's just what siblings used to do. My brother used to drive me nuts. I didn't mess with my sister too much. I went through a phase when I was snitching Tarsha out all the time. But it was really because I just wanted her attention. I didn't like the fact that she told me she didn't like me and I didn't understand it. And she need to work on that. That was weird. Just telling kids stuff like that. But anyway, she just had some misplaced anger. But so I just would do stuff, because when you go through a phase where people reject you, you want their attention. You don't care if the attention is good or bad. You just want the attention. So back in the day, Eazy-E was out, Big Daddy Kane, Public Enemy, and Tosh used to buy all these tapes. But these people used to cuss all the time, baby. I used to run to my mama so quick and say, Mama, Tasha listening to cussing people music. And my mama was like, what? And so back then, my mama was saved. And so, baby, my mama would come in there and crush them little tapes up, or she'll pull all the little film out, the little film when you would put a tape in the tape player, baby. She'll pull all that little stuff out or whatever. And boy, my sister used to be so hot. She used to keep a diary, and I went open the diary one time and then would show my mama everything. Boy, it was terrible. When I look back, that was just awful, the stuff I used to do. But I really was doing it from a place of I just wanted my sister's attention. And I didn't care how I got it, good or bad. I didn't care how I got it. I just wanted her attention, and that was because of the fact that she just told me she didn't like me, which was so strange to me. So, yeah. So, yeah, siblings do that, though, Dallas. They tell on each other. We used to do all kinds of stuff. We used to tell on each other till we got older, and then we started wanting stuff. Then we'll just make the other one do stuff for us. We'll be like, if you don't do this, I'm going to tell. We'll do crazy stuff like that. But then Lamar's, he did not do it right. My brother he always had to be extra. Lamar's was the type that made you just tell on yourself and get it over with, because he was just extra. See, like, not it is. She said that tablet.
What tablet?
Her tablet that you had in that room.
When?
However many times you had it. Look, Dallas snitching a hard nine. Now Chanel making his face talking about what tablet?
What tablet?
Her tablet. What other tablet is it? Boy, looking at him. So anyway, girl. Okay. So anyway, do you think it's a disadvantage to being a middle child, Chanel? If you could change, let me rephrase my question. If you could change the order, what would the order be?
Oh, me firstborn.
Oh my goodness. Why would you want to be firstborn?
Because first of all, I'll finally be done with school. Second, I'll probably be driving. Third, what I said? Oh, I said done with school, driving, most likely working, getting some type of money. And, I mean, really, that's just being older.
Okay. Dallas, if you could change the order, what would it? How would the order be?
So, I'll be the oldest. Chanel. Jordan will be the middle. Chanel will be the youngest, because I want to be the oldest so I can get out this house and live my own life, get my own stuff. Because y'all, every single time,
Girl, you get everything you want.
be quiet.
And go anywhere, really.
Where she go?
These little kid parties, she be all over the place.
And get my own job. I would probably be a nurse so I could actually get money. Like Momo. I think Momo was a nurse.
She was.
And yeah. And Chanel need to be the youngest to stay out of trouble.
So they both said they would be the oldest, except Dallas would make Chanel the baby. Oh my God. And for two totally different reasons. So that's pretty much that. So do you think it was any benefits of being the kid that you are? For me, the benefit was Tasha screwed up everything first. So you kind of learn what not to do. But I don't know for Chanel, because see, Jordan and Chanel are two totally different kids. So, girl, please. Jordan didn't get in trouble. Jordan laid low. Like, Jordan did her schoolwork. Her grades stayed up to par. Jordan just wasn't. Jordan, she was just a different kid. So, I don't know if this is. So, do you think it was a benefit to being second versus if you would have been first? I mean, we all different people, so not really. Okay. I don't think it would have been a different bit. I just kind of got to watch how my mama was, and you parent every kid different. I've truly learned that because my sister, I will say my sister probably had it the hardest because that was my mama's first child. My mama probably really didn't know what she was doing like that, and so by the time I came along, my mama probably was a little bit more polished, and she had learned a few things, and then my brother was right behind me, so. I think the first kid actually has it the hardest because the parent is, kind of navigating through stuff. And then, by the time the second one come along, but then my mama was so relaxed. It was annoying. It was annoying the stuff my brother got away with. Like, it was just unbearable. My mama, and everything she would say was, he's a boy, he's a boy, he's a boy, he's a boy. And I was just like, that's ridiculous. So he just got away with a lot. But I definitely was a different kid. I was nothing like my sister. My sister was very conservative. And I was like, yeah, like if we were TLC, my sister would have definitely been T-Boss. Like I'm pretty sure I would have been Left Eye. And my brother would have been Jilly if he was a girl. Like, that was us. We had our own little things. So y'all know the group TLC? Y'all don't know them? Okay, well, I can't ask y'all. Do they have a trio of girls? A group that's out in y'all time? It don't matter. I wouldn't know who they was anyway. Never mind. Don't even answer that question. The Powerpuff Girls. Oh, they just did. It's like little fairy dolls. I know who they are, but I was talking about a singing group. Okay. So we finna wrap this up. See how fast that went by, y'all. That was almost 30 whole minutes. Y'all did great. So my kids are believers in Christ. That's very important to me, to make sure that they had some kind of foundation of the Lord, because I didn't have that. So, and I tried to, it's not to say my mom did not try. We definitely went to church and stuff like that, but just not the foundation that I have now. So, with that being said, this is the last question for my girls. How hard, or do y'all even think it's hard at all to be a believer at this space in the world? What do you think about that, Shanae, at 17, to be a believer with the way that the world looks?
I don't want to say hard because you could do anything. But it's I say it's complicated because how the world is, you can't do what you want based off how the Bible wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like rules, but if you mess up, you gotta make sure you actually want to be forgave and repent for it, because you don't know when your time is, and it could have been on your heart to do it, but you can't wait to do it because you never know your time. And even though it's on your heart, you still ain't do it, so that don't count. So you still messed up on that part. So, but point is, don't wait to do something because you want to still sin, because that's a bad thing too. It's still not gonna mean nothing. If you know you still finna go do something, but you know the Lord is forgiving, that it don't work like that. So even if you feel like it's on your heart to do it, but you still want to wait till you think you done sinning, that's pointless, because it don't work like that either. So
Yeah, baby, I better catch that wisdom from my seer evangelist that the Lord didn't loan me. Girl, your toes is long, bro. Bro, your toes are freakishly long. Oh my goodness, your feet look like they belong on that little anatomy skeleton that be hanging up in the class. Oh my goodness, this girl toes is so. Girl, put them feet under that blanket.
If you could put a picture on there.
Girl, get them ancient. Girl, put them feet up. Dallas. Now you 10. Give me my iPad and stop playing. You 10. What do you have to say about being a believer at 10 years old and seeing some of the stuff you see? How does that feel?
Like, is it hard or easy?
Yeah, what you think?
It's like in the middle, because some people might tell you that God isn't real and that He never helped you with the type of stuff. But at the same time, it's kind of easy because you don't have to believe what the other people say, because you know that He's still with you and all the other stuff. So, yeah.
Right on. There y'all have it. So that was Off the Cuff with Angel, Chanel, and Dallas Savoy. And we are just hanging out. I decided to just do a random thing that I always do. So we'll talk to y'all next time. Oh, hold on. Dallas says she want to say something else.
I was telling you that your phone is going off.
Oh, okay. It does that. It's okay. Yeah, it's all good. But we will see y'all next time on Off the Cuff. Peace out.